Hi, my name is Storm, and welcome to Women of the Finals. Each episode, I plan on interviewing women throughout the finals community to talk about their journey, their goals, and their challenges. The idea behind this series is to shine light on the wonderful women that we have currently in the finals community. So, what better way to start this series off other than with the female content creator of the year, Onyx Graves? Without further ado, I hope you enjoy, and let's get into it.
Me
First
too.
question. So, for those who do not know who you are, because I know who you are, I've known you for quite some time, tell us a little bit about yourself.
I'm Onyx Graves. My real name is Amber. I stream on Twitch TV and play the finals and Arc Raiders. I started streaming the finals about halfway into season 1 of its release, and I've been playing the game since day 2 of its release. I'm also a Embark creator, and I'm signed as a content creator to the esports org NTMR. NTMR is the org and pro team that won the Grand Majors, the very first Grand Majors for the finals in 2025.
Ooh, see, that sounds real fancy. I like that. So, you've been playing the finals for a very long time, and you've played a really big role in the community, especially for the women, because again, you're like the top ranked woman in the finals community right now. You have been for a very long time. But what brought you to first person shooters?
I've been playing first person shooters since before I really knew how to speak. Whenever I was a kid, I used to play GoldenEye, uh, James Bond GoldenEye on the N64 with my brother and my father. We were a big gamer family growing up, and me, my dad, and my brother were always like the squad that played together. And so we started on consoles, and when I was maybe around 8 years old, my dad, he's a big nerd, showed me and my brother how to build computers. Like he bought all the parts. It was the cheapest way to like have a household computer then. And he pretty much like sat us down like it was Legos, and he was like, all right, and now you take this and you plug it into here, until the three of us had computers. And I was playing Unreal Tournament 2004. I played like the very first Call of Duty, Medal of Honor Spearhead. Uh, there's a lot of games to throw back. Battlefield Heroes, which was like EA's Team Fortress 2.
Mm-hmm.
I played a ton of Overwatch. It's a battle
Oh no.
bit. Uh, the list goes on. Like
Oh
if
no.
there's an FPS game out there, I played it.
Not wait, I wasn't aware. Or maybe I was, but what did you main whenever you played Overwatch?
Whenever I played Overwatch, I the way that I started was Widow. I was a Widow main, because in
Classic.
all previous games I always played sniper. I really liked like precision headshot weapons. Um I recruited a bunch of my friends to play Overwatch with me because I was so in love with it and I wanted them to play it with me. So there was a little bit of time of me main and Mercy because it was their first FPS game, and I'm sitting there pocketing them, and I'm like, "You're having fun, right? Right? We're having fun. You're alive, right?" And then I would like flick over across the map to the Widow with my pistol and just like quadruple
The Battle
headshot her, and then
Mercy.
she would die. I'm like, "All right, we're still having fun, right?"
Everybody shake your head, shake your head. You know, you've had experience playing solo, and I know you to be this strong and dominant heavy player. You're an IGL with any team that you play, and I'm sure there's a lot of people that can like agree to this. But have you always been confident in your abilities and with your leadership, or is this something that has like built over time?
I think I could like break this down into kind of two different answers. So whenever it came to being confident in my ability to IGL in video games, it wasn't something that I really thought of for a while. Like being a woman in FPS games, you just didn't talk in game that much. because of the type of reactions that you'd get, or you'd get like teammates that would intentionally throw your game and shit talk you. But whenever I started streaming, and whenever I started streaming the finals, I was always solo queuing ranked and crawling to like Diamond 1, Diamond 2 before Ruby existed in the game. And what made it possible was me being able to flex between the medium and heavy roles depending on like what classes I got on my team as my teammates. And I would always talk in the game. I did not care, right? Like I would always be talking. I would ask people to join voice chat and tell them like, "Hey, you don't have to talk, but at least like enter comms so you can like hear my call outs." And you would see like as you're making call outs, people would like actually respond to them. Like they would turn back, like you're dead. You see like that multiple people are one shot, and then they would change their gameplay based off of that, and then you'd yield better results. And I think just having that kind of experience of like seeing like, hey, always be talking about like what's going on in your environment and what's happening, and people will respond. Maybe not everyone whenever you're in solo queue, but oftentimes a lot of them will. And I think the confidence to just communicate and talk came a lot from my career as well, like outside of video games. I was always in leadership positions in tech very quickly because I would work on a project as an engineer. Whenever the leader would start prioritizing what needed to happen when, I would always stand up at the table and be like, "Hey, we actually need to adjust this because certain things that we build now will block us off from building things and building them efficiently in the future. And some are going to take more time, more effort now, whereas like other items are going to be like very small, minimal time efforts, but even higher impact to the users." Uh, so for me, leading people, leading teams, giving strategy just comes to me naturally. Um, wasn't like anything I really considered or thought about. It was just something that whenever I see a need, I do it.
Hmm. Has there been any times where someone didn't want to take advice from you or listen to the comms that you brought to the team that might have negatively affected everybody in the group any type of way?
Absolutely. Yeah, there's definitely been team dynamics that I've been on where no matter how many times I make a comm, it just goes unheard. And whenever we'd go back in VOD review, uh, said person would be like, "Well, why didn't you say anything?" And it's like, the other teammate goes, "She did 5 times. You just didn't hear her." Right. So that speaks to like how important it is to have good team comms and good team synergy. Because you can calm a bunch of times, but if it's not being received, it might not be a right team dynamic if that doesn't change.
Yeah, I agree with that. Communication is super big when it comes to playing together on teams. And I know that the communication was very good with the women's tournament because you did win. So congratulations for that. I'm really happy. I'm really happy about that. But I know that for a fact, the communication was there. It was quite obvious, just going based off of how everybody played that day. Do you have any like notes that you want to say about your team, like Rice and I believe it was Abby, right?
Abby,
Mm-hmm.
Abby,
Mm-hmm.
yes. Yeah, so I got put on the team about a week before the tournament, and the first time we all teamed up to do some practice, um, it was amazing because the synergy was just there. Like the communication was there. We were able to just communicate and then like make clarifications of like, what like when is the best time to give advice? When is the best time to review what happened? And our comms just like felt really, really good. And we were able to bounce off of each other and support each other the way that we needed to. And it felt very different than previous experiences that I had for sure.
That's good. I'm glad that there was like a positive moment of that, because the tournament was really fun. I had enjoyed watching all of y'all play. And like I said, I was not worried about the performance of the team at all. You know, I watched y'all play multiple times throughout that period before the tournament, and I already knew that synergy was there, just like based off of what I was watching from the other side of the screen. It was really nice. But there are some clips that I have of you that I want to get into, and I'm gonna start off with the funniest one of all first.
Okay. Oh no.
Yeah, I'm gonna start off with the funniest one of all, you know. You ready?
Oh god.
Yeah.
I think like during that stream, that was probably the 18th hour of that stream. I'm looking at me, I'm like looking like a deer in headlights there. My lipstick is fading off. All right, I'm ready. Let me see
ready?
this.
Okay.
But like, they should be playing the I'm trying to live game. That tree isn't gonna save you, boy.
Where did your country accent just come from? I'm very...
You know, sleep deprivation's one hell of a drug.
Okay. Hold on, I have another clip here. You know, the important clip. Not the most important clip, but a good important clip, because this is when you were, you know, shitting on some pro players, and that's what I like to see, you know. Hold on, let me share.
I just did that yesterday, Andre.
Oh wait, hold on, you're still active. And you know, I expect nothing less. You know, you gotta make sure you show me those clips though.
I mean, that's the thing about this game, right? Like, you just have to have confidence. Have confidence in your ability. If you aren't confident, like, learn macro, learn micro, aim train a little bit. But everyone in this video game is a totally beatable character, right? And then those who go in with the lack of confidence, saying that, oh, I'm going to lose, this person's really good. It's like, how do you know? Have you ever fought them before? Fuck who they are. Just shoot them.
Yeah.
Like, win the game.
See,
what are you doing?
Exactly. No giving up. And you like smirk at the camera like, yeah, I did that shit.
Yeah, I remember in that moment I was gonna say something to Twitch chat, and I was like, nothing needs to be said.
Nothing needs to be said.
I just said that. Yep.
Wait.
Also, shout out Gremlin. I fucking love Gremlin so much. He is such a chill dude and so funny, but like seriously, one of the most talented heavies that I've ever seen in the game.
I agree.
He is just always so precise and incredible in everything that he does.
You know, since you said I'm her, that's so funny because I have a clip of you saying that you're her. Hold on, I have another one. See, this is what I mean. I went to go stalk you. Yeah, I did. Yeah, I went to go stalk you. I did.
Yes.
They are.
Oh, there's a whole team right here. Careful,
Yeah, one's half.
I went shotgun on Kyoto? Who am I? Oh, who do I think I am?
Oh no,
There's
but I
a
think I'm
flamethrower
her.
on me. Oh
I'm
wait,
totally
no,
her.
the flamethrower.
I'm totally her.
That's
you are
crazy.
You are.
That's crazy. I think that's
statement.
whenever the Shack first came out. I would never use that scope on my gun, but I don't think their red dot like existed yet for the Shack then. And you can see that I'm just sitting there shooting body. I'm not even going for the headshots, which is like, girl, it's all about those headshots. I think that was like the early days of me beginning to aim train again.
Back on the Kovacs grind. You on Charge and Slam.
Yeah.
Charge and Slam and Pyra, do not put me in a lobby with you. I'm good. I'd rather wait until I know that you are queued, and then I would queue, because I've played with you running that build, and I need to like keep track of how many times I've seen your name in the corner with the pyro mine because somebody walked through the door and then like you charge and slam them like right after. Like, no, you're like a bully. You need to stop. You need to stop.
My mind placement's very good. Yeah, I should goof off and do that build again for fun on stream.
I think you should. Oh, also, like, you know, speaking of charge and slam, in the women's tournament, Can we talk about how you saved that point with the charge and slam? Do you remember exactly
Oh, are you
which
talking
one?
about on Bernal? How
I want to say.
I like both my teammates were down and we were in second. Purple was holding the box, which we wanted Purple to have that box. Pink was going in for the flip, which is like probably the second team that we would have wanted to have that box, if not Purple. And it was, wow, like Abby had 2 seconds on her coin, and I'm just like sitting there holding a dome, waiting to throw it. And right in the very final seconds of them starting to try to cap the point, I'm like, coin. I throw down the dome, have no idea where they are. I charge in for like a little speed boost, tried to charge them off the point, but like with the build-in destruction, they were hidden behind layers of the build-in with the mesh shield up, taken, and then I just like shacked them both to death. And then those 2 additional kills actually pulled us in first place, which gave us 20 points, which is like insane game-changing play.
Yeah, that was really good. So you scrim a lot of pro players and high rank players. Have you ever been intimidated scrimming, people on the same level as you or people who might potentially be better than you? And there's a reason that I ask you this is because there's a lot of people in the community who fear ranked or, they might load into a rank game and they see like some stack of diamond and it's just like, oh no, I can't compete at this level, rather than looking at it as like, oh, I can go against these people who are better than me and potentially better myself. Like, have you ever been intimidated by anybody that you have scrimmed against?
Never been intimidated, only excited. I would say in the beginning, like one of the reasons why I started streaming is because I wanted to find people who are as passionate about the game as I was, that wanted to improve and compete. And I really wanted to get into the comp scene in the game. And there's definitely challenges in finding teammates when you're a woman. Biases do exist, and that's why they're biases. And you have to continuously prove yourself a lot harder than other people do to be seen and noticed and picked up. And so whenever I had the opportunity to do some of my first scrims, I was just like, finally, thank God. Like, holy shit. Like, what does a girl have to do to be invited to play some scrims? Like, how many times do I have to beat you in rank to like actually have the opportunity to go against you in like a normal fair 3v3 situation? So I would say it was more of like a goal in mind was to get the opportunity to be in scrims. And there is never any intimidation factor. Like, and then whenever it comes to team dynamic, you're just hoping that the team that you are playing with is good with constructive feedback, good at giving feedback, not afraid of giving feedback, and also not like really open and receptive to receiving feedback. Because no matter how you play at the start, the whole goal is to practice together, build synergy, and become better together.
Do you think it took you way longer to gain respect from players that were pro or just like also top 500, even though you were sitting right there at the same rank as them?
Yeah, absolutely. Because also a part of like being good in ranked is having a team. Like if you want to be in top 500, solo queuing it is a lot more challenging than just being able to enter the lobby with a stack and play as a team.
But I just want to say again, congrats on Female Content Creator of the Year and also winning the women's tournament the other day. Do you have any like plans moving forward with content creation? I know that you re-signed with Nightmare, so this is year 2. So it's safe to say that I know who you're rooting for Grand Majors this year. Do you have any future plans for content creation? Anything that you might be doing with the streams or just other things that you want to bring to the community?
Absolutely. Yeah, I do have plans for future community events. In terms of content creation, I need to get back on making shorts. And whenever it comes to long form content, I have an idea in mind of some long form content that I want to do, but me in collaboration with NTMR are in the works of doing that planning and
Ooh.
getting some potentially some editors on the job.
Ooh,
But of
okay.
course, like, it would be nice, like, if I get to a point where I am able to monetize like the stream enough to be able to formally hire an editor. That's where I'd really like to be. That way I can focus working on doing the live stream and generating the content while another person is the expert in actually crafting the output of that for YouTube, TikTok, and
Just whatever platform there is
yeah,
out
all the
there.
platforms.
All the
Yeah.
platforms.
All I can say is stay tuned. Stay tuned for that content because I don't want to expose it just yet.
Is there any advice that you would like to give to the women of the finals community? And there's a reason why I'm asking you specifically this is because you make a big impact on the community with being Female Content Creator of the Year. You know, Embark has never had any award system kind of set up for that. And you have been competing at this pro level for a long time. I would say for a very long time you have. And I think it's really important to get the opinion of you because, again, you're a pillar of the community. And I think a lot of women would benefit hearing from you, like, oh, you know, what are some actions that I could take to, you know, maybe better my content or better my gameplay or just like be more active and not be so afraid to reach out and try different streamers and meet new communities and stuff like that. So that's the only reason, or that's like a big reason why I'm asking you. So what's some advice that you would give to the women of the community?
In terms of gameplay, just get familiar with the game. Look at data weapon charts. I can send you some links that you could post at the bottom of the video for them to have resources. But like, look at the data weapon charts, understand like what meta looks like. Watch pro players scrim. Watch the tournaments. Like, if you really truly seek to improve at the game, and whether it's just to get better for fun or if it's to get better because you want to compete, is very important to learn the other players of the game and how they play so you know how to play against them. For content, I would say just be consistent. Like, if you're looking to stream, have a stream schedule and be consistent with it so that people know when you're going to stream and you consistently show up on that schedule. And you don't have to stream long hours. Like, some people have the ability to stream long hours and they do it because they are passionate and they would be playing the game for that long anyways. But know that it's never mandatory to put in like 40-hour work weeks unless you have a contract that you signed that's paying you monthly that told you that you need to do that and you agreed to it. But just keep having fun, keep being positive, and enjoy what you do.
Is there any shout outs that you want to give to any women in the community?
Yeah, some women that have been there, and like I said this whenever I accepted the content creator female award. You've been a big support to me, Storm Aurora, Maddie Batty, Anya Abyss. Like, these women have continuously shown up for me and an eye to them, and they have been really, really amazing people to kind of consult in and kind of vibe check with and just have good friendship with. There's a lot of people that I would like to shout out, like a long list. Like, this community is just amazing. They're like, gosh, Black Dahlia, she's amazing. She's such a good vibe. Roxy Surf Chick, also an amazing human, very good vibes. Mama Gerbil, I freaking love
her.
Mama Gerbil.
I love her.
She's amazing. I'm so proud of her and everything that she's done since she began streaming.
With the new
And
org and everything, like, I love her.
yeah, she's wonderful. And then also shout out to Janice, Dusty, and Coraline at Embark. They are all so very kind and supportive, and it was so nice meeting them out in Sweden. It's good to see that Embark has so many women represented in the org and that they really care about their women that play the video game.
And like, really big shout out to Maddie. I love Maddie. You know, she has, in my opinion, like one of the safest communities, and she's such a sweet person. Really big shout out to her. I fangirl over her too. So
Also, shout out Kichis. She returned
Yes.
to the final. She's signed by Mama Gerbil's club or org, and I'm really excited to see her compete. Shout out Kale Whale. She's just like a little demon M11
That
devil.
dagger.
Like, she's so awesome. And Lily Legend. Shout out I Love Rice and Abby, my teammates that we won the tournament with.
Everybody's just
I
great.
honestly could make a really long list.
I
like
could
Bobby
too.
Love, Leia, like
Rachel, KS Rachel.
KS Rachel,
Yep.
gosh,
Brat
KS Rachel,
Strat,
yes. Yep.
I'm telling you, everybody's like great. Blossom Zoe, like, like the list goes on.
I'm so
Everything goes.
excited. I'm so excited for this series. I'm so honored that you asked me to
Had to.
come talk
You're like
with
my
you.
favorite player in the whole world. Why would I not ask you? You've been my favorite player for like 2 years now. Like, how long ago did I follow you? Shout out to Meowfum. Meowfum is like literally the reason that I found your stream, because I was like talking to Meowfum and I was like, yeah, this is like way back when too. I was like, I really want to find more women in the community. And Meowfum was like, oh, you should go follow Onyx Graves. And I was like, okay, and you were playing Dark and Dark. And I was like, hey, Meowfum sent me over here. Meowfum sent me over here, and I like stayed ever since. Like,
Actually, though, shout out Meowfum.
but yeah, that's pretty much it. Again, thank you so much, Graves. Like, thank you.
So
Thank you. Until we meet again.
You're so awesome.
Which is gonna be in like a day.
Until
like,
the next lifetime.
Okay, that's it. All right, that wraps up today's episode. I want to give another huge shout out to Graves. Thank you so much for sharing your story. And if you enjoyed this series, make sure you drop a like, subscribe, and comment down below any other women in the community that you would like to hear from. I'll see you in the next episode. We'll keep it to the gaming.
Okay. Can we restart? I'm going blank.
That like distracted me. I'm gonna put
We're gonna cut that out.
I'm gonna put I'm gonna censor us. Like, oh my goodness, cover our